So you can see here I finished inking, and now I'm going to take my gold jelly roll and draw the pattern Jolly, one of the patterns that I had posted. Very simple pattern to draw. I have drawn a fescue kind of shape, printums kind of shape inside, and then drawing these conical shapes surrounding it, triangular shapes like this. So make sure that your ink has dried up. Right, again one more. It's a real fun pattern to draw. Jelly roll takes some time to dry up, so make sure you don't put your hand on it immediately after drawing. Right, again just going randomly in any direction. Again, and the last one somewhere here, probably like this. A very simple tangle to draw. It looks pretty interesting, so you can, if you wish, draw a hidden one here just to fill up some spaces, and one probably here. Right, so that's how the center would be. I am not going to add anything else in the center. And then corners left, draw a line again to separate my border with the rest of the tile or whatever I am going to draw in the corners. Right, so what I am going to do is draw a fragment, draw some big orbs inside like these, which I can fill up with my gold. Fill up these small spaces in between, right, and then add auras. Like these till the end. Right, I'm going to ink these auras alternatively, black and gold, so that they look nice. I'll show you one of the corner and then we can do the same exercise with the rest. Right, so I'm going to leave one space, then ink one with black, again leave one space, ink the one with black, next one, like this, again leave one space, ink it black, the next two, right, again leave one space, ink next two. Take your time, go slow. Like this. Right, and then the in between spaces we can add our jelly roll gold like this. Right, right, looks interesting. So I'll do the same exercise on the other side also. right? Exactly the same thing on the other side. And then I'm also going to add some dots inside this orbs. Add a dash of gold, like this, right? So don't put your hand immediately after using your jelly roll. Again, skipping a gap in between. Again, inking the aura. You can call it a part of the pattern gorgeous, or you can call it a bunzo, whatever you wish to, right? And again going to do the same exercise with my jelly roll. So going to add some jelly roll in the in between sections, the gold. Right? So I'll do exactly the same exercise on all the four corners. So you can see here I have done the same exercise on all the four corners, right? And combination of black and gold looking nice. So I'm now going to move on to shading the tile, right? So starting with these, adding some graphite here. Like this, right? So doing the same exercise for all, adding some graphite at the edges and on the orbs at the bottom. I think the pencil broke. I'm going to pick up my other one. Right, and a touch here. And then I'm going to shade on one side of my booties, not both sides, adding some graphite on one side. Right, and then on these drums around the inner circle or orb, on this line which we have purposely made darker. Right, and probably one side. You can shade it any ways you want. There are so many ways to go about it. I am adding some graphite on one of the sides. Right, so let us now start shading. right? So I'm blending all. I've added graphite on one side of my doldrum and on the edge. Right, and then I'm going to blend my booties, going to make one side darker and leave the other side the way it is. I think there's one orb missing here. Right, blending, covering one side to give the light and dark effect, right? And then finally the corners. With a very light hand, since it has bold inking involved, just with a light hand going to smudge the graphite. Right, so I think I'm going to be closing my tile here, so you can make one side a little more darker. Just touching up, making it a little more darker. Right, and with your 08 jelly roll, if you wish, you can add some small orbs here and there in these empty spaces if you feel like, or you can leave it as it is, up to you. Right, so I'm adding these orbs. Small ones, tipple, comes handy as a filler pattern. The last one, you can leave it black also, it's up to you. I did it white because I had a purpose. So give it 2 minutes to dry up, and I'm going to highlight the inside, right? So I'm going to add some graphite on the edges, and so that they show a little true tipple inside, right? So you may or may not blend this, it's okay. So I'm now blending the little graphite that I put on the edges. Since it is white tipple now, so it is going to show, the shading is going to show. Right? So I'm now going to close my tile here. So I'll use my jelly roll and add my chop right in the center, right, and sign and date my tile. Right, so this is the finished tile, and we have used some of the new patterns, Jolly, Booty and Doldrums. So I'll see you again, and we'll continue our series on learning Zentangle original patterns. This was all about the new patterns that I had posted on my page. So bye bye, thanks for watching, stay safe.